DTV is coming. Learn more now.
Is DTV the same as HD TV?
No, though all HD television is digital, not all digital television is HD.
While HD is the highest quality of DTV, it's just one of many digital formats.
Broadcasters can transmit one channel of super sharp HD programming, as WTHR does,
plus one or more sub-channels of standard resolution programming.
Learn more at WTHR.com, a service of WTHR and H.H. Gregg. From Indiana's news leader, this is Channel 13 Eyewitness News at 6 o'clock.
Powerful winds topple trees and cut power to thousands of homes when the remnants of Hurricane Ike will blow out of here. Colts come back, the fourth quarter kick that saved the day. And red flag race, why Indy's inaugural MotoGP got cut short.
A wet and rainy day at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I'm Richard Essex at the Speedway. All that story coming up. And we begin with that windy weather. It's causing problems across the state. In fact, Indiana just opened its Emergency Operations Center to monitor the situation. Nicole Micensik's been monitoring as well, and some serious problems out there, at least this afternoon.
A lot of serious problems. We're talking wind gusts in excess of 50 miles per hour, 60 miles per hour, Jenny. Luckily, that is dying down, and it is going to get much better out there. I think we've seen the worst of the storm. We want to pass along a note to you, though. If you are heading over to Wayne County near Richmond, they are having a level 1 travel warning right now. A lot of trees are down and power's down in that area, so keep that in mind. But take a live look outside in downtown Indianapolis. Those clouds are moving fast. Winds right now at about 25 miles per hour. That's steady. Let's take another look at the Airport Expressway. You're going to notice the camera shaking a bit. In fact, that is because we're still seeing wind gusts at about 30 miles per hour. Let's take a look at those current wind speeds, though, as we go to our weather graphics. 25 in Indianapolis, 26 miles per hour in Bloomington, and 16 miles per hour in Lafayette. Notice how it's less off to the west. That's good news. That means Ike is moving out of our area. However, a high wind warning is in effect until 7 o'clock for the counties that you see on your screen. For the eastern half of our state, that means wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour are possible, but the greater area has a wind advisory until 8 p.m. That means wind gusts 35 miles per hour. A few sprinkles are still on SkyTrack Doppler 9000 radar, so when are we completely going to dry out and completely get rid of Ike? Those details coming up in your SkyTrack 13 forecast.
Thank you, Nicole. Today's windy weather is being blamed for a house fire in the 3000 block of South Keystone. Firefighters were able to put out the flames, but not before the house suffered some major damage. They say high winds snapped a tree, which pulled a power line down onto the home and started the fire.
The residents heard the tree fall and it hit the house and apparently hit their electrical box and started a fire in the back of the house. And it was due to the high winds that we're experiencing right now.
Firefighters say everyone made it out of the home safely. Most of the damage was in the home's attic where that fire broke out. And there are reports of tree limbs down across the city. One of them landed on a house in the 3100 block of Roseway Drive on Indy's Far East Side. You can see the tree left some minor damage to that home. There are no, fortunately, reports of injuries. And thousands are without power tonight with lots of power lines down. IPL reports 32,000 customers without electricity in Indianapolis. Duke Energy was even harder hit. It has over 199,000 customers without power around the state tonight. Most of those are in our southern counties. It's not clear how long it'll take to restore service. Well, the wind and rain forced officials to end Indy's MotoGP race a bit early. We'll have complete coverage for you on that coming up. But first, we want to show you today's Colts comeback. Our sports director, Dave Calabro, has both stories. He's live at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway with the latest. Hey, Dave.
Hey, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome live to the Speedway, where it was a wild afternoon. We'll get you that story in just a minute. But first, the Indianapolis Colts. Peyton Manning and company knocked down, knocked to the ground all afternoon long up in Minneapolis. But, boy, they finally came back. Did you see this? Horrible start for the Colts. Peyton Manning picked off by Antoine Winfield right here. That's not how you want to start the ball game. Manning with 2 interceptions in the game. Vikings up 15-zip on 5 field goals. Fourth quarter, it's comeback time. Colts down 15-7. Peyton to Reggie Wayne. Beautiful catch. Touchdown. Colts went for 2. They got it. Tied the game up at 15. 8 seconds left in the game. Here's Adam Vinatieri. 47-yard field goal. He drills it. The Indianapolis Colts win it 18-15 to avoid the 0-2 start. Dick Rea has a live report coming up from Minneapolis in just a couple of minutes. Back here live at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, as we mentioned, a very wild day. Weather conditions just simply crazy out here today. Heavy rains, strong winds. In fact, let's show you some video from this afternoon as the storms came pushing through the Indianapolis area. Remnants of Hurricane Ike, and boy, it came to pay a visit here. Heavy rain. The fans kind of hanging in there. The race did start, but it did not let up. The weather got even worse. They went to 20 laps. And there's Valentino Rossi. He ends up winning this event. It's shortened again by the weather today. He was simply out there trying to hang on.
It started to rain strong, so the amount of water growing up on the racetrack, but the bigger problem was the wind. And become all dark like in the night. All the beer cans, glass to pass in front of the bike in the circuit, all the grass also was very bad.
Valentino Rossi with the winner of the race today. Coming up in sports, much more on your Indianapolis Colts with that incredible comeback. They scored 18 points in 19 minutes, which is pretty wild, and more on this race. Live at the Speedway, I'm Dave Calabro. Jenny, back to you.
All right, Dave, thanks very much. And MotoGP fans also had to cope with today's wind and rain. Eyewitness News reporter Richard Essex has been hanging out with the fans all afternoon. He's live from the Speedway with their side of the story. You look a little windblown yourself there, Richard.
Well, this is not the kind of weather that race fans are used to. And when you come out here to the Motor Speedway, you don't expect it to be windy and rainy like this and still have racing. But just as the main race was getting underway, so did the wind and the rain start coming through. At times, we had wind speeds up 40, 50 miles an hour at one point, blowing over some of the tents that were inside some of the manufacturers' tents. The Yamaha tent in particular was blown off of its foundation, almost completely destroyed. Displays ruined. You can see some of the people there suffering through the wind and the rain this afternoon. That lady there completely covered up. Hard to see a race when you're covered up like that and the rain blowing people around. Very difficult to stand around, but it did not drive the fans out of the track today.
It's great to be here. It's nice to get to see everything. Honestly, the weather could be better.
I don't know. It's kind of fun to see guys out here on two wheels, much less riding in the rain. So, like nothing I think Indianapolis has seen in a long time. So it's exciting to have these guys here.
Again, it's hard to get used to being at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway on race day with this kind of wind and rain. Now, they were estimating that it took about an hour and 50 minutes to get the crowd out of here. Usually on the 500 race day, it's about 3.5 hours for everybody to get out. Now, on those tents today that blew over, 2 people were taken to Methodist Hospital with minor injuries. From the Speedway, Richard Essex, Channel 13, Eyewitness News.
Hurricane victims saved, the thousands rescued in Texas, and the race now to find more storm survivors.
And windy weather remains across central Indiana, so just when will everything calm down? Those details coming up in your SkyTrack 13 forecast.
Can a stadium built for football also be a sound venue for concerts? I'm Chris Kirshner. I'll tell you why fans left the Kenny Chesney concert early Saturday night and whether stadium officials are hearing their complaints.
Unexpected moments.
Escaping from everyday life.
Popcorn and Skittles.
What moves you about the movies? Find your answer at the 2008 Heartland Film Festival. Tickets are on sale September 16th.
I'm Barack Obama, and I approve this message.
It's over! It's over for the special interest!
Wait a second. John McCain's chief advisor lobbies for oil companies, even from Russia and China. His campaign manager lobbies for corporations outsourcing American jobs. The campaign chairman he picked last year, a bank lobbyist. If 7 of McCain's top advisors are lobbyists, who do you think will run his White House? John McCain, we just can't afford more of the same.
Congratulations! You've just won 1 million Speedy Rewards points!
1 million points gets you lots of the great Speedway food and merchandise items you'd expect. Gift cards from great retailers, plus thousands of dollars in free gas.
Who'd have thought this little card gives me so many rewards?
We're on your way to convenience stores of Speedway.
It's the best rewards card anywhere. The Platinum MasterCard from Speedway. Earn enough points for $25 free gas after just 10 fill-ups, plus save 5 cents a gallon instantly.
My dentures were so loose, I really only wore them when I had to. With my new mini implants, I wear them all the time.
I'm Dr. Egelski of the Mini Denture Implant Center. Everyone deserves to have dentures that don't slip. By using Mini Denture implants, your dentures will feel tight again in one visit.
I couldn't believe how much money he saved me.
It was painless and easy.
I ate steak the night I got them.
Mini denture implants can help you too. Call today for your free consultation.
Unexpected moments.
Escaping from everyday life.
Popcorn and Skittles.
What moves you about the movies? Find your answer at the 2008 Heartland Film Festival. Tickets are on sale September 16th.
What's good for the Colts wasn't good for Kenny Chesney and company. Fans at the first concert at Lucas Oil Stadium complained about the sound. Some even walked out early. Eyewitness News reporter Chris Kirshner now explains why the stadium didn't resonate with the crowd.
A packed house for the Colts home opener rocked the open roof at Lucas Oil Stadium. But for music fans who also filled the stands for Kenny Chesney, the noise was nothing more than annoying.
It's just one great big long rumble because it's echoing from the roof and from the walls.
Saturday's show was the first concert at Lucas Oil Stadium. While billed as a multi-purpose facility, the 1.8 million square foot attraction was not a sound venue for fans who paid hundreds to hear their favorite singer perform.
We want to know what you think. If you attended last night's concert, email us at Sunrise.
In emails to Eyewitness News Sunrise, several concert goers complained about the acoustics, saying the sound was by far the worst I've ever heard at a concert or club. We couldn't make out the words or even the music. What a letdown. We could not understand any of the songs. We won't be back to a concert at Lucas Oil. The retractable roof was open to help the sound situation, but frustrated fans like Bill Howard left before the show ended.
You can't hear nothing.
No one from Lucas Oil Stadium was available to talk on camera, but a source close to the situation did tell me, yes, there were problems at Saturday's concert, that they had technicians working all evening to fix it, and while there was some improvement, there is still a lot of work to be done. Similar complaints were lodged when Conseco Fieldhouse opened 9 years ago. Improvements were made to the arena to accommodate future concerts.
In any facility of this size, I think you have to expect that the higher seats aren't going to have the best sound on the planet.
Fans Saturday expected to get what they paid for. Some say they not only won't be singing its praises, but when it comes to concerts at Lucas Oil Stadium, they won't be coming back. Chris Kirshner, Channel 13, Eyewitness News.
Lucas Oil Stadium will also be cited for selling alcohol to a minor. Excise police say someone sold a 19-year-old beer at a concession stand. Police busted 21 people for underage drinking and 5 people for providing alcohol to minors. Excise police also made arrests for fake IDs and public intoxication at Saturday's concert. Rescue crews tonight are going door to door in Galveston, Texas, looking for victims of Hurricane Ike trapped in their homes. They've already rescued 2,000 people. Dave Rea is in Galveston with the latest damage from Hurricane Ike.
Mounds of debris have replaced the dunes along the Texas coast.
Galveston has been hit hard.
There is very little left on this island. No water, no power, no gas, no groceries. But perhaps most devastating, many of the survivors here are now running out of hope.
We lost everything. We got our kids, but I'm scared.
That fear
38, 39, where's the family split?
Is pushing hundreds who refuse to evacuate before the storm to try and escape now. Buses lined up to shuttle them to safety, and for some, this will be a one-way trip.
I've been here 55 years of my life, and this is the worst that ever happened. So, yes, it's time to go.
Those who will stay wait in lines more than a mile long for water, ice, and military rations. Strike teams continue the largest search and rescue mission in the state's history.
There's not a square foot of Galveston Island, and for that matter, southeast Texas, will not be searched and where people are found, rescued.
Already more than 2,000 people have been pulled to higher ground, but officials fear there are more still waiting for help along the Texas coast. 50 miles inland, crews in downtown Houston finished the work that Ike began. It will likely be weeks before the nation's 4th largest city is back up and running. And years before this region recovers fully from Ike.
And in many areas like this one, things will likely never be the same. Jay Gray, NBC News, Galveston.
Firefighters rescued people from flooded homes in Chicago. Heavy rain turned some roads into rivers. O'Hare Airport reported its heaviest rain on record, more than 6.5 inches in a single day. Some homeowners are using sandbags to keep that flooding away. And officials now blame flooding for killing 2 people in northern Indiana. They apparently drowned this morning while trying to help a group of children out of a water-filled ditch in Chesterton. And heavy rain forced Indiana State Police to close an interstate in northwest Indiana. They shut down I-94 between Chesterton and Michigan City. The rain also forced the evacuations of hundreds of homes in Munster. Lake and Porter counties received 3 to 5 inches of rain Saturday.
Jenny, you noticed that those rainfall totals you were talking about were very heavy up to the north and also the northwest. That's where the heaviest rain landed. Right now on SkyTrack Doppler 9000 radar, we're seeing just a few sprinkles out there, but overall, not too bad rain-wise. The wind, it's a much different story, all courtesy of what's left of Hurricane Ike pushing on off to the northeast. We're going to be left with just a couple of sprinkles on the backside of the system. Those are going to work their way through tonight, and the very strong winds we're seeing, those are going to die down as well. Here's a live look over downtown Indianapolis. Notice how fast those clouds are moving. Temperature outside 66 degrees right now. This is a sustained wind out of the west at 25 miles per hour. We're still seeing gusts right in that 30 to 35 mile per hour range. The high winds are going to be continuing. That's why a high wind warning is in effect for these counties until 7 o'clock tonight. Wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour can be expected. Across the whole viewing area, a wind advisory until 8 o'clock. 35 mile per hour winds can be expected. We not only saw the wind today, we saw some rain too. Not as much as we probably would have liked. All of that wind in northern Indiana. I'm sure they would have liked to share some of it with us as well. And Muncie basically just a trace, but look what happens in Indianapolis, just about 1/4 of an inch. And then in Kokomo, more than 3/4 of an inch. South Bend, a little bit less than 3.5 inches. Let's talk a little bit more about the wind though. Here's a little video from the station. Take a look at those peak wind gusts. 63 miles per hour at Indianapolis International Airport, in Brownsburg 59 miles per hour, Bloomington 54, Columbus 52, and Terre Haute 48 miles per hour. The good news, all of that is going to be dying down as we go into tonight. Winds out of the west at 10 to 15 miles per hour. This is going to be in the overnight period, so if you are heading out and you have a few more plans, notice it is going to be gusty out there, but the damaging winds should be almost over. Becoming calm out there, 57 degrees tonight. Tomorrow, cooler, about 10 degrees below normal, 69 degrees. Chance of a few morning sprinkles, but then the clouds are slowly going to be breaking up throughout the day. Winds out of the northwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour. 70 in Kokomo tomorrow, 69 in Greencastle, 71 in Columbus, and also Bloomington. Future Track 13 showing just a few clouds appearing and a slight chance of a few sprinkles out there, but overall, it's going to be a much nicer day than what we experienced today. Ike is out of here, and temperatures reflecting nice and cool, below normal for this time of year, with partly cloudy skies as we go through the rest of the week. So northern Indiana needs a chance to dry out, so the southwest Michigan, I think we're going to appreciate calm, clear days as well.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to that. Thanks a lot, Nicole. Well, wet and windy weather at the Speedway today for the first MotoGP race in Indianapolis. Our Dave Calabro is there live tonight. Dave?
Boy, it was crazy out here today. I thought we were going to get blown away there for a while. That was in the middle of Wizard of Oz. Highlights coming up from the Indianapolis Colts' amazing comeback as well. Live from the Speedway. When we come back, stay with us.
Unexpected moments.
Escaping from everyday life.
Popcorn and Skittles.
What moves you about the movies? Find your answer at the 2008 Heartland Film Festival. Tickets are on sale September 16th.
Hancock County has seen many changes through the years, yet one quality remains: the sense of community, people taking care of people. Through the years, Dillinger Family Funeral Home has helped support the community and its families by sponsoring many charitable events, because it's all about taking care of families as well as the community. Pre-planning is your way of caring for your family's future. Call for information about pre-arrangements. Dillinger Family Funeral Home, going beyond expectations.
They look to us to protect them, teach them, tuck them in at night. But for parents without health insurance, a visit to the doctor could be more than they can afford. So in Congress, Barron Hill helped pass health care coverage for uninsured children, providing checkups, immunizations, medicine, even hospital care for over 6.5 million children. Call Barron Hill today. Tell him to keep fighting to insure our kids. America's Agenda Healthcare for Kids is responsible for this advertising.
You are the visionary.
You are the why not amongst all the whys. You are the light at the end of the tunnel. You are the engine. You are scheduled for surgery tomorrow. Your world, our watch. Community Health Network.
Unexpected moments.
Escaping from everyday life.
Popcorn and Skittles.
What moves you about the movies? Find your answer at the 2008 Heartland Film Festival. Tickets are on sale September 16th.
Now, Eyewitness Sports.
Live at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, there's Valentino Rossi at the out on the Yard of Bricks getting some pictures taken. He is known throughout the world as the best moto rider there is, and he got it done here today. We'll show you more what happened at the Speedway with Valentino Rossi getting the win on a wild weather day. But the Indianapolis Colts, thankfully, playing inside today. Let's go up in Minneapolis, show you what happened to the Colts trying to avoid that 0-2 start for the first time since 1998. As we go to the highlights, first quarter, Peyton Manning and company, oh, they were sluggish. They were very sluggish. Peyton picked off. Can you believe it? What a way to start. Antoine Winfield with a pick. Peyton with 2 interceptions in this game. One of them was a tip ball. We go to the third quarter. It's Ryan Longwell with the long foot here. His 5th field goal of the day, 28-yarder. Colts down 15-0 late in the third quarter, but here's the play that gets it going. Pass to Anthony Gonzalez to catch. Looks like he's going to take it in. Here, watch him flip the ball to Reggie Wayne. Reggie Wayne's got the rock. He's going to run all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looked like he scored, but they said he did not, but the Colts did get a touchdown out of it. Sets up the touchdown. 15-7, Colts down. Colts down 15-7, and then it's Reggie. There he is. Big catch by 87 across the middle. Touchdown. 15-13. The Colts go for it. They got a 2-point conversion right up the gut. It's Dominique Rhodes getting it done. We're tied at 15. And then we go to the fourth quarter. 8 seconds left in the ball game. Adam Money Vinatieri from 47 yards out. The Colts scored 18 points in 19 minutes to get the win. 18-15 your final scores. They get it done once again. Not great numbers, especially when it comes to rushing the ball today. We'll get into that later on tonight on the Sports Jam. Right now, let's go live to Minneapolis. Dick Rea standing by with the very latest as he covered the Colts up there. Wild game today, Dick.
Things looking pretty bleak for the Colts through 3 quarters. They couldn't stop Adrian Peterson. They couldn't run the ball. They didn't even sniff the goal line. But then the complexion of the game changes with that wacky play involving Anthony Gonzalez and Reggie Wayne.
Yeah, that was probably one of the dumber things I've ever done in my life, but I guess it worked out. I mean, I don't know. I'm not really sure what was going on through my head, but thank God it worked.
Not quite sure what he was doing. I don't think he really knew either. I think he probably regrets it, and I don't think we really want to see much of that again.
I guess helping out my fellow teammate, wide receiver, because if I don't catch that ball, he's probably missing right now. So, you know, it's just, you know, he did a big play. You know, we was kind of struggling and we needed a big play, and he threw it to me, and I got it.
A lot of relief in that Colts locker room as they avoid going 0-2. Tony Dungy says it's one of the most remarkable wins he's had since he's been with the Colts. Dave will have much more reaction for you tonight on the 13 Sports Jam. We're live here in Minneapolis.
Thanks, Dick Rea. Check back with him tonight on the Sports Jam. Speaking of which, Reggie Wayne will be in studio with us tonight after Sunday Night Football right here on Channel 13 as we bring you the Sports Jam later on tonight. That's right, tonight's the Sports Jam right after Sunday Night Football here on Channel 13. Rich Knight joins me live at the Speedway. What a day. This is one of those just bizarre days at the racetrack. Heavy rain, strong winds, and they still ran a race.
Yeah, that's the thing. We've seen a lot of bad weather here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, but to think that there were vehicles on the track racing in that bad weather today is just remarkable. Take a look at the conditions that these MotoGP riders dealt with today. This was about mid-afternoon when the rain really came down. By the time the MotoGP race started, it wasn't too bad, but about 15 laps in, the rain started coming down hard again. Look at the wind in the stands blowing those umbrellas. They call the race after 20 laps, and Valentino Rossi, who passed Nicky Hayden on lap 13, is the winner, his 69th win, making him the all-time career leader in MotoGP wins. He beats Nicky Hayden, and both riders said there was no way this race could have continued.
In my mind, I think when I see the red flag, no way to restart, especially because the wind remained very strong, so the condition was very bad. And restart for 8 laps altogether with this condition is like when you put one bullet in the gun, just one, and you make like this, and you try, you know, it was too dangerous. I think it's the right decision.
Part of me thought, hey, let's line back up, try again, you know, because in the beginning when it was really wet, I'm not leading the championship, so I don't have nothing to worry. I thought, you know, just get one more try at it, but it was the right thing to do.
Nicky Hayden with his first podium finish of the year.
And the wind gust just
Here
on
it comes
cue right
again.
there. All right, thanks, Rich Nye. Plenty of MotoGP coverage tonight on the Sports Jam. Plus, Reggie Wayne joins us about the Colts' amazing win. Eyewitness News continues right after this.
Unexpected moments.
Escaping from everyday life.
Popcorn and Skittles.
What moves you about the movies? Find your answer at the 2008 Heartland Film Festival. Tickets are on sale September 16th.
Race car driver Sarah Fisher.
Whether you're driving around a racetrack or around the neighborhood, you need a team you can trust. Like AAA Hoosier Insurance. They have a great track record insuring thousands of Hoosiers, just like you and me. So insure with someone you trust.
Someday I'm going to be a race car driver too.
Hey, it's an Indiana tradition.
Call or stop in a AAA Hoosier Insurance location today or visit AAA.com.
Hancock County has seen many changes through the years, yet one quality remains. The sense of community, people taking care of people. Through the years, Stillinger Family Funeral Home has helped support the community and its families by sponsoring many charitable events, because it's all about taking care of families as well as the community. Pre-planning is your way of caring for your family's future. Call for information about pre-arrangements. Stillinger Family Funeral Home, going beyond expectations.
It was painless and easy.
I ate steak the night I got them.
Mini denture implants can help you too. Call today for your free consultation.
The world is changing at an amazing pace.
That's why we count on NBC News to bring us the latest developments from every corner of the globe.
And at NBC News, we count on Eyewitness News to help us understand the people of Indiana and what's important right here.
NBC Nightly News.
And Channel 13 Eyewitness News.
Indiana's news leaders.
Unexpected moments.
Escaping from everyday life.
Popcorn and Skittles.
What moves you about the movies? Find your answer at the 2008 Heartland Film Festival. Tickets are on sale September 16th.
Congratulations are in order for some of our Channel 13 co-workers. Eyewitness News won a total of 17 regional Emmys last night, including Outstanding Newscast Awards for The Night Beat, Weekend Night Beat, and Sunrise. Our Andrea Moorhead and Jude Redfield also won On Camera Talent Awards. To see a complete list of the winners, just go to WTHR.com and click on Hot Topics. So congratulations to everybody. It's always nice to see that. Yes. Well, not so nice to look outside right now, although it is getting a little better.
It's getting better out there. Those winds are dying down. Still a few sprinkles on SkyTrack Doppler 9000 radars. The last of Ike gets out of here. But until then, we still have a high wind warning until 7 o'clock. Wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour for the county shaded in purple. For the whole viewing area, that wind advisory until 8 o'clock. Wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour. But here's the good news. 69 degrees tomorrow. Winds dying down later tonight. Tomorrow, not an issue with just a slight chance of a morning sprinkle. And then look at the rest of the week. Dry conditions in the 70s. It's going to be a good one to look forward to.
Yeah, it looks great. All right, thanks a lot, Nicole, and thanks for joining us tonight. We hope to see you back here after Sunday night football. Have a good night.